The transition from the teenage years to adulthood is difficult for many young people. That's why Dream City offers a young adults ministry, a place for community, mentorship, and hope for young people.
Hey guys, my name is Josh Blackford and I'm the young adults pastor here at Dream City Church. And I'm really passionate about seeing young adults, 18 to 29-year-olds, come and to be a part of the body of Christ, to be a part of just experiencing God's power. And that's really kind of what we focus our rally nights on is bringing people into a community, into a building, to really experience powerful worship, to give them an opportunity just to worship God and just to pour their heart out and really experience His presence. And along with that, my wife and I, we just really feel called to just be kind of vulnerable and authentic in the way that we preach and communicate to the young adults. We always feel like, the more honest and open we can be with them, the more they receive it and the more they grow. Because when we look back at our 20s, that's when we got married, that's when we had both of our kids, and that's when we honestly probably experienced some of the hardest times of our lives. And so we feel like if we can just be there for support and just be there to maybe encourage and kind of mentor and lead young adults through that journey of their early adulting years, of college and just starting a career, maybe changing careers, we really feel like God has kind of gifted us for this time to be a part of young adults in their lives.
Today, I have the honor of interviewing Pastor Josh Blackford, the director of Dream City's Young Adults Ministry. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely. It's an honor to be here, Aubrey.
Well, right after this, you have your rally night, which we're excited about.
Yes, we do. We're excited. We have a lot going on today to get ready for it. So
you told me right after this, you got a lot of cilantro to go chop.
Yeah, cilantro, some limes. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
You're having street tacos. I don't think there's anything young adults love more than street tacos.
That's right. They always say, like in youth ministry, it's the same young adults. If you feed them, they'll come. So
if you feed them, they will come. It's a good strategy. So, Pastor Josh, young adults ministry is not something a lot of churches pursue or even take care of. And unfortunately, young adults are sometimes a lost demographic in the churches. Right. So why is young adults ministry so important?
Well, exactly what you just said. I think it's super key because most churches don't have the resources or put the resources into having staff or a department or a ministry. And so what happens is they graduate high school and then they feel like there's nowhere for them to go because they're young and they don't really always feel like the weekend experience is for them. They don't feel like they can connect with other adults, even though they are adults. And so, they just kind of get lost in the shuffle, and that's where, a lot of other things going on in life kind of pulls them away. So
absolutely. I remember when I graduated high school, it's that weird season of like, where am I? Am I an adult? I still feel like a kid. There almost needs to be that transition, which is what you are doing. So what does the Young Adults Ministry do? What are the different things you guys offer?
All right. So for us, for Young Adult Ministry, we consider those who are 18 to 29. So like we talked about, kind of those right out of high school, college age, mid-20s, late 20s. And we do a couple different things. We focus on small groups, getting them in community together. We also do events, sometimes on campus, sometimes off campus, but we also do, like we talked about a second ago, rally nights. Those are our services that we do twice a month, every first and third Thursday night. It's just what I just said. It's a service, so there's worship, there's a message, and we always try to make an emphasis of community at the end. And so, like tonight, we're doing the street tacos, something just to kind of keep them there and just to kind of build community and get to know other people.
Absolutely. So why do you think young adults are a difficult age group to reach? They are kind of difficult to reach. Why do you think that is?
I think a big part of it is, especially when they first get out on their own, maybe in college, maybe they're still living at home, but maybe they're living on campus, or they're a young 20-something now and they're adulting, working a career. That's just it. They're on their own for the first time, and there's really no parent to say, hey, make sure you're in church, or you have to go to youth group tonight. And so they're really free to make their own choices. But I think along with that, there's so much vying for their attention, and because they're so connected to social media and the social platforms, I feel like they see a lot of things their friends are doing, and they can easily see things they're going to miss out on. It's kind of like FOMO, fear of missing out, and they feel like if I go to this, I might miss something else here, or I don't want to miss so-and-so's party or this hangout or this thing. And so a lot of times, and they're also busy. They're busy working, and so sometimes the young adult service might take a back burner in their mind.
Yeah. It's so funny that they say middle school is one of the most awkward times. I would say it might be young adults. You learn, some kids are getting jobs for the first times. You're juggling college, you're juggling leaving your parents' house. It's really such an important ministry, and I'm so glad that Dream City Church is taking the time to steward this generation, because really they're the ones who shift church atmosphere too.
Right, for
They're
sure.
the next and upcoming generation. If we don't steward them, there's no one left to take care of. And so why did you specifically feel called to young adults ministry, Pastor Josh? Because a lot of people who go into ministry say, well, I like kids, I like youth.
Right.
It's pretty rare people like young adults.
Yeah, I think part of it is, I did youth ministry for many years, and then 5-6 years ago, in my mid-30s, is when I took over young adults. And so I think being a 30-something, I'm already married, we have kids, and so we've kind of gone through those life stages that a lot of young adults are going to go through. And so I think for us, it's our heart to kind of just, be there for them, to encourage them through, and just kind of mentor them through that process.
Absolutely. And so how would a young adult get involved at Dream City Church Young Adults? What would be the step to take?
Right. A good first step would be coming on the weekend. We want them to be plugged into the weekend experience at Dream City. If they're on the Phoenix campus, we have a section. They can sit together as a community up front. Sometimes we do lunch hangs afterwards on those Sundays. It's a great way to connect as well. The rally nights, the services would be also another great opportunity for them to come and meet other young adults.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to be here. I know you got a lot to do today, so we'll let you get to your rally night supreme. I'm excited about that. Well, if you are a young adult, or you have a young adult in your life that needs to get connected, Dream City Church has a community that is curated just for that age group. Go to dreamcitychurch.us, click the Young Adults tab, and get involved. You need a community no matter what age group you may be a part of.